gorgeous people. Welcome to the Hair It Ferst podcast, where great hair meets real life. We're your hosts, Tessa,
Monica,
and Michelle.
Three stylists, moms, besties. We're keeping it real about beauty, business, and the chaos of motherhood.
We're here to share stories, laugh way too loud, and maybe spill a little shampoo along the way. Just a quick heads up, we're not making any medical claims or giving professional advice here, just sharing our own thoughts, opinions, and experiences.
So grab your coffee, your favorite blanket, and let's hair it first.
Hey, good morning. I missed you, girls, and all of you viewers and listeners out there. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. Hope everybody had a great week.
Nice.
Yeah, everything's good.
Good deal. Yeah, it was a week for us. I know that. How about you guys? It was
A little chaotic. Lots going on in the family.
yeah.
It's always chaotic. I have 4 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 kids that are all at home.
Yeah.
We've got homecomings and soccer practices and gymnastics and ice skating and work and being behind the chair. And my husband's getting ready to leave for Canada next week. My son is turning 5 on Wednesday. So we've got literally, but that's our normal.
Yeah.
Like our normal, these people that are like, oh, I didn't have anything to do today. And I'm like, what's that like?
Yeah. What do you mean? I mean, my kids have grown and I am still, like, I literally was making another doctor's appointment for Isaac because he snapped his ankle again. I mean, he's 19, but they're still your babies and you're still, there's still something with your kids every day or your family or, we've been through a lot of craziness this week with my family and my brother-in-law and, just different things. And so it just never, it is what it is. But I'm like you, Monica, when somebody says, oh, I didn't do it. What?
How does that work? How do I sign up for that?
Yeah, I almost have the same reaction when people are like, I don't drink coffee.
I know.
I'm like, oh no, what is that like? What is that like to not have to drink it all day long?
Mm-hmm.
People are like, oh, I have to stop drinking. I have to have decaf after 3. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm getting a quad shot espresso.
That's because you're not old yet. You get heartburn when you get old. You can't go to sleep if you drink it after 3 and you get heartburn. So you can't drink it after 3.
So I get some serious heartburn. Craig and I were staying up. There's a show on Netflix called Blind Spot.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched it, 10 out of 10 recommend. And we got ready to get in bed, and I was like, we had pizza for dinner, and I was like, I think I need a Tums. And he was like, well, while you're there, will you grab me a couple? And I'm like, this is the point that we're at in life.
Mine are in my nightstand.
We need Tums before bed.
What'd you say?
Mine are in my nightstand. My Tums.
If you could.
That's where mine were when I was pregnant. Like I had purse Tums, car Tums, salon Tums, house Tums, kitchen Tums.
Yep.
They were everywhere.
Yeah. But I'm one of those too. Like I'll drink my coffee in the morning and then I pretty much drink water the rest of the day. Unless it's a weekend and then I might have some water with vodka. But I don't drink coffee throughout the day, but I also don't understand the point of decaf coffee.
Oh.
No, what? Come on. Why are you drinking? I mean, I love the taste of coffee.
I think it's just a taste thing.
Yeah.
Like people need that taste.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
You guys, I had an espresso martini. This is how much, I used to have fun and go out, but I'm a homebody now. I went to dinner with my husband and had an espresso martini this past weekend. I didn't even drink all of it. He looked at that and he goes, that's got some alcohol in it. And I was like, yeah, like I'm excited. And it was coffee and, I'm all excited. It was about 3/4 gone and I couldn't feel my tongue. I'm like, my eyes are droopy. I'm like, how am I going to get home? I mean, I wasn't driving, of course, but I was like, this is kicking my ass. 3/4 of a drink and I'm shit-faced. Like, what is happening to me?
We have got to condition you, girl. This is why we need to be closer so that we can condition you. Yeah.
The struggle's real.
I can't even hang like I used to.
No.
Like at all. When we went to that music festival, it's a 3-day festival.
No.
So like Friday night, I was right. I was ready. Saturday, I had a little less pep in my step. By Sunday, the 6 of us had blankets out on the beach, and we were just like laying by the projector. Like, cool. He's up there. That's great.
Awesome.
So, you want to walk to the other stage? Nope. Me either.
Yeah.
Negative.
Yeah.
And
One day
I don't even want to see that. Yeah.
It's it.
And I'm like, wait. And then they were like, let's shotgun a Surfside. And a Surfside is like vodka and mix. So it's not super carbonated. So it actually goes down pretty good. But 10 out of 10 don't recommend doing that.
Yeah.
On day 3. Did you do it on day 3?
On day, yes. At 10:30 in the morning. I was like, who do we think we are? But the place that we stayed at was very reminiscent of Senior Week. Like green carpets,
Nice.
little smell.
Nice.
It was a great place. It was prime location. But I think we thought, in fact, we were at Senior Week, and we realized we in fact are not at that stage of life.
You're in the older senior, like where you start needed to talk about
AARP.
senior living. Like,
Yeah.
you know, start checking places out now. They feel, you know.
We were at breakfast talking about our life insurance and wills.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
Like, number one, how do we become responsible enough to have children? Because if you think about that,
Yeah.
like, you just have a baby and they let you take it home.
Yeah.
I remember my first daughter, I was 21 when I had her, completely inexperienced, couldn't keep a houseplant alive. And I remember looking at the nurse and I was like, so what happens now? And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, you're just going to let me take this baby home and hope that I know what I'm doing? And she was like, yeah. I was like, I called my mom. I was like, I do not know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And obviously everything kicked in and, you know, my maternal instincts kicked in and everything like that. But I remember like giving birth being like, whoa, hold on a second. You do not know that I'm capable of doing this.
Yes.
And you're just going to like blindly trust me to just keep it alive.
When
And then, you know, 3 more later.
you got it figured out. Now, do we ever really have it figured out, though?
No.
We really don't. And honestly, there's some people that shouldn't be able to leave that hospital with their babies.
True story.
You know, and you see a lot more of that these days, I feel like, in this society. Like, what are we doing? People are, what are we doing here? I just, the society that our children are growing up in is so completely different than what we grew up in. And we are trying our hardest to parent them in this crazy ass world that we're in.
In a world that's not the same. I remember when I was a teenager telling my mom, like, you didn't grow up in this shit. Like, you didn't grow up in the world the way that it is now. And I didn't feel like she understood that because still, like, you know, when I was growing up and I was my daughter's age, there was no social media. Like, the best we had was Brick Breaker on our phone.
I don't even know what that is.
Little thing where it was like this little ball that you had to like try to keep it alive. It was kind of like where you keep it up in the air, Snake,
No.
something like that, where there was this little ball and you like moved the arrows on your block phone to like keep it from falling.
Monica, we came from a time when, what was that, covered wagon trail? What was that? On the old type of computer that you played that game
Atari.
on? Like, oh, I loved Atari and Nintendo.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
We have an Atari.
Yeah.
My dad has an Atari. He has a sea container out at his hunting property. It's ridiculous. They've got all the things in it. That's completely besides the point. But he has an Atari.
That's
In
amazing.
the
I can
container.
It's like Frogger. Yeah, me too.
and
Well, we have
River Raid and Donkey
all of
Kong.
those. Yeah, love every bit of it. all that. You know what? When
Sega,
Nintendo-
where you blow in the little cartridge when it wasn't
Didn't do
working.
that with Nintendo.
Slam it in.
Nintendo too. Well, and the Atari games, really.
Yeah.
But when Nintendo came out, my dad got me one for Christmas. And I played so much Nintendo, you guys, I had a seizure. Well, back then, so, of course, back then they didn't realize that the blinking screens
Right.
could cause that. So honestly, we didn't know what caused it for several years, but I had to be on seizure medicine. I'd have the putty and the wires sticking out my head every couple of months to get tests done, and all this and that. And it ended up being, I played so much damn Nintendo, but I can tell you what, I can still kick butt on any Nintendo game. Challenge me, can't beat me. Adam's the all-time worst. Terrible. Suck. I'm like, why do you suck so bad at this? He goes, why are you so good? It was my life.
Because you did it so much, you got a seizure.
Mario and New Kids on the Block, that was my life.
I'm thinking it's like muscle memory. She could do it with her eyes shut.
Yeah.
I really
Her
could.
brain's like, oh,
I
God.
could right now. I could right now. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. This is
Oh my gosh. But it's a completely different world that I'm raising my kids in.
yeah.
I would leave the
Honestly,
house
it's
and be gone the whole day. You guys, we would ride our bikes. We called it the marina. So we lived about, I don't know, 2.5, maybe 3 miles. Yeah. From a lake. And it would take us all day. We'd ride our bikes. We weren't ever supposed to go in the water, but the guy would let us rent a paddle. What are those called? Not a paddle
Paddle
boat,
boat?
but paddle boat.
Paddle
Yeah.
boat.
paddle boot.
And we'd have to wear the orange life jackets. So then we'd jump in the water and couldn't get back on the damn thing. And we'd be gone all day long. My parents had no idea. They're like, you didn't go swimming? No, I didn't go swimming.
Not at all. You had time to dry off. We were the same way.
home.
Yeah.
on the bike.
Yeah. It just, back then, you could do that. But now, absolutely not. You can't do that. Even in small town.
No.
Even in small town.
So I've got a story for you guys. So we have little like county fairs, and because we're in a small town. My daughter had asked me to go to, there's a town close to us that has a carnival. And I'm like, absolutely not. You're not going. She's almost 16. I was doing all of the things at 16. But I'm like, I don't, like, you don't live in the same time that I lived in. Like, I don't feel comfortable with you going. She's like, okay, whatever. She's really easygoing. So she's like, I don't care. About 3 weeks later, give or take, we had our 4-H county fair. You would think the safest place. Somebody tried to abduct a child from our county fair. And luckily, parents and, people like hopped in and stopped the person. But like, as soon as I saw that, I literally screenshot it, sent it to my daughter, and was like, if you ever wonder why I do not let you do stuff, the child was holding its grandparents' hands
Oh my God.
when this person tried to yank this child away from her. And like, had somebody not stepped in, that could have gone a completely different direction.
Right.
But the reality of it is that's what we have to worry about now. It doesn't matter whether you're in a city or a small town. It does not matter. People are not the same.
Nope. They're not.
I remember like walking into a store and people being like, I know your parents. And I'm like, but I also don't feel like people look out for each other the way they used to.
They don't.
And like, people are so scared of somebody suing them or
Stabbing them.
bashing them.
Yeah.
Now the gun.
These days, that is exactly what it is. And you have to be so careful about it. The suing. Like, what? Why is everybody so sue happy? Let's cut the shit out. Like,
And the cancel culture.
Yeah.
The cancel culture. You used to be able, and this is a personal feeling for myself. This is my personal opinion. I feel like we got to a point that everybody is so overly offended and everybody takes everything so unbelievably personal that it's horrible that you can't even have a voice.
Yeah.
You know, you used to be able to have a difference of opinions and still be able to like go on about your day. You can't have a difference of opinion anymore. You can't say, okay, well, I believe this and you believe that, but that's okay because we're still neighbors and we're still friends, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree. Now, you just disagree. There's no talking about it. There's no, you know, casual conversation. It becomes like a pissing match between people. And I feel like in this generation, we have so many keyboard warriors.
Oh, God.
So many keyboard warriors. You know, I've seen people bash people, and then when they see them in public, they just like, and I'm like, you had a lot of mouth on social media an hour ago.
Yeah.
But we're not the same. And I just feel like what I used to love so much was everybody's ability to have their own personal opinions and be able to voice those opinions. And like, you can't have that now. And I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, there are certain things you do not talk about with anybody else.
Right.
Unless you are at home.
Yep.
You just don't talk about them because now we have to worry. And like, this breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. When my kids went back to school, they had to have an active shooter drill. That breaks my heart.
Yep.
That literally destroys me. Like Kelly, one of my middle children, came home and was like, I was like, how was your day at school? And she was like, oh, it was good. We just did an active shooter drill today. And I'm like, the fact that doesn't faze her scares me more than anything.
Yeah.
It scares me.
I agree. But I mean, it's so important to do.
It is.
You know, I'm one of those too. I would absolutely hate for my kids to have to walk through a metal detector to go into school. But that's the fact is, that's where we live these days. I'm sorry, it should be in every school because why not? Why?
Yeah.
In the heck not? I mean, there's got to be some sort of government funding or something for schools that we can put that in. And it's horrible that we have to think like that, but why the heck not? It's the world we live in. It sucks.
We have cops in our school.
Mm-hmm.
There is a cop, at least one, in every single one of our schools.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
We don't have and they're there to they're there to break up fights between students and teachers.
Teachers? Oh.
Like,
Kids,
it's insane.
kids can say whatever they want to teachers now. They can disrespect us. They can do whatever they want because they're not going to get in trouble at home. Their parents are going to be like, blah, 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 at the teachers and the staff, or you offended me, or blah, 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 blah. We're used to, and my kids, this is how my kids grew up too. You get in trouble at school, you're in more trouble at home.
For sure.
Don't you dare
100%.
You could, at home, be your wild little baby selves. But when you're out in public and you're at school, you best be on your best behavior and you best respect your teachers. You know, it goes back to, so no matter over the zillions of years that we've had presidents, you respected the position. No matter if our grandma and grandpa liked who was in office, you respected that position.
Yep.
People are not
Because
required.
it was a position of authority.
People are not required to do that anymore. And I'm, it doesn't matter which way I go on that. I'm not talking about that. But for instance, on the VMAs, we used to love to watch the VMAs together as a family. Our kids loved it, everything. But 4 or 5 years ago, the host of it gets on there and says, "Suck it, Trump." Right at the beginning of it, and did the whole hip action. Now, whether I like Trump or I don't like Trump or somebody likes Trump or something, absolutely not. You're not going to teach my kids to disrespect that position at all. And we've not watched it since, and I will not.
Well, it's because it's a respect for authority.
Yeah.
And I feel like, the teachers, let's be real. Your children's teachers are with your kids more than you are.
Yep.
So, my thought process in that is, if you're being disrespectful to your teacher, you are a direct reflection of me and how I've raised you.
Yes.
So if you are disrespectful to a teacher, that teacher, I'm going to assume, is going to think that I am okay with your behavior. And I can promise you, my children know, when you are at school, they are the authoritarian. You do what you're supposed to do. You are to do your schoolwork. You are to turn it in. You are to be respectful. You are to use yes, sir, and no, sir, and yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, because that person that is the person that is in charge of you. And if you get in trouble at school, I can promise you, it will be worse when you get home.
1,000%. Bring back the paddle at schools. Even if they don't use it.
Tessa.
We were scared to death. Like, I don't want to go to the principal's office. I'm going to get a paddle. You know, they had the big wooden one hanging on the wall. Like,
Oh my
nobody
gosh,
wanted
no,
to
we
be.
didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, we did.
No.
Oh, we did. Like,
You know what I
No,
had to
but
do?
see, here was the thing.
I talk too much. So I'll never forget this. I switched schools and they would have me lean against the wall with 2 encyclopedias in my hand and get into a squat. Do you know how hard that is?
it's hard.
It wasn't hours. It felt like hours, but I challenge all of you. Go do that. See how long
Yeah.
you could just stay in that position. It was hell.
And then
So
you were
here's the thing
scared.
for-
You were
Oh
scared.
God,
to get
I didn't
in
want to do that
trouble.
again.
And that's what the paddle thing. Now, if I ever got in trouble, my sister happened to be dating our principal's son. So I would just get suckers in there and get to hang out. But, people thought I was in there. I would scream every now and then, ow, ow. Yeah, I'm not, But I also knew if I got in trouble, my mom, I was in big, big trouble then. And so I think that's important. And I think people's relationships are too serious with their kids now too. You got to be serious with kids, yes, but you also have to have that other type of relationship so they are close with you and comfortable with you, instead of, if you are stern, boom, boom, boom at home, they got to act out somewhere. They got to don't make your kids scared of you. Still have that fun, great relationship with them, but also then they respect you. You demand that respect at home, and then that's going to share later. But if you're at home and it's like a prison, these kids have to show themselves somewhere, somehow. Give them, I don't know.
I feel like it's
So
more...
to your paddle thing,
Oh, go.
my parents never used physical. I never got spanked.
Me neither.
I never got anything like that. But you didn't need to.
Exactly.
Because when my mama did that look, I was like, oh crap.
Mhm.
And my children are the same way. I don't have to say a word. I don't have to do anything. I give them a look, and you better get it all together.
My dad,
Because if I do have to take you out of here,
my dad had the strongest thumb ever, and he would just put his hand around me and go right in between this bone right here. And to everybody else, he's just loving on me, but he was just getting in there. And you're just like, and if you did this, then you got more trouble when you got home.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Because I was mouthy. I mean, I was mouthy.
Me too. But I didn't get spanked either. And I didn't spank my kids, but I didn't have to.
I
Because
could pick out the pancake turner. I used to get spanked with pancake turner, and they would make me go pick it out, and then I'd have to go sit in my room and think about it.
I love that.
your switch.
My mama, Pat, she used to make everybody pick their own switch. And you always, when you're a kid, you're like, heh, 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 I'm going to get this real thin one. They say, yeah, no, those hurt. You get the
Dumbest
big dry
idea
ones that
ever.
are going to break when they snap your legs. If not, you're walking around like you got freaking pantyhose with stripes on them all day. Damn legs are striped.
but the thing is, you can't even do that now.
No.
And I'm not saying, and I don't think any of us are saying, that physical violence is
No,
the way to go.
not at all.
But I do think that there is such a lack of respect between children and parents, and even some parents to children.
Yeah.
I think respect goes both ways. And, I think, as bad as it sounds, we're always so glued to this.
Yep.
that this becomes a problem. And we're overstimulated and over frustrated. And, you know, I have to remind myself sometimes, my children are little people. They have emotions. They, you know, just as easily as I can get frustrated, they can get frustrated.
And they learn
You
how to
know,
react from you because they've mimicked
Based on how you react.
I can see it in my daughter because I have like, I can get irritated quickly, but then I get over it quickly too. So like today, roundabouts. Jesus, Jenny, if you don't know how to drive in a roundabout, go 2 streets over. You don't need a blinker. It only goes one freaking way. So oh my God, this person where, you know, we had to be at Berlin's doctor's appointment, 7:30 in the morning. Of course, we're coming in hot. And this car pulls in front of me first. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then it's like using the blinker. And I'm like, and going like 2 miles an hour. Dude, get out of my way. So, I mean, I'm in the car talking to myself and I'm like, Michelle, calm down. Like, you're going to get there. But like, so I can get agitated quick and I see it in her. And so as she was getting older, you know, I tried to like not be that person. But and now I see it in her and I'm like, oh God, she's like a mirror of me.
I'm the same way, and my son is the same way. Like I'm like that too, and I'll get heated real fast. And I see my son too, but it's like, you know, just calm down. But I think also, I don't know. No, I don't know. I think it's good for kids to see our emotions also. But I think it's important to teach our kids lots of lessons. And no, you don't have to beat your children to do that. Not what we're saying at all. So when Isaac was young, he went through a little stage of not caring about his toys, not caring if they got tore up, not caring if he left them outside doing it. So what'd we do? We took a field trip to Souls Harbor, which is a homeless shelter. And we worked there all day. And he got to hang out with children that had nothing. And he cried all the way home. And that was very effective. He never did that again. You know, one time around Christmas time, I told him he could get on my Amazon and order Christmas presents for his siblings. Well, about a week later, he's at school and the Amazon package comes and I open it. It was an 18-karat gold grill for your tape. Yep. Yep. He was in 6th grade. And I was like, okay. So I thought, I can send this back and get my money back. I mean, I don't know if you guys have checked the prices on 18-karat gold grills, but you know, it's not something I just want to waste money on. So, or I could make sure he never does this again. So I called the school and I said, look, I told him what happened. And I said, I would like to come up there and I'm going to dress completely gangster and I'm going to wear those. And can I walk into his classroom? And they said, please do. Yeah. So I get up there. I've got my hair in braids. I've got a long jersey on. All this stuff in that grill in. And I remember waiting in the office for them to be ready for me to go in the classroom because, of course, they were going to record. And the janitor comes in. She's looking at me and she goes, do you dress like this all the time? I said, no, I don't. But anyway, I walk into that classroom and he goes, is that my grill? And I said, yes, it is. Do you like it, Bubba? And he's like, oh, Mom. And his whole class laughing so hard, his teachers and everything. And I've got him in a headlock so that he will smile for the camera with his mama. And he's bawling. That picture is phenomenal. He's in a headlock like, and I'm smiling with the grill. So
that is the greatest thing I've ever done.
I will send you guys pictures and the video because it is pretty funny, but he never did that again. And he also hid that grill because I was going to wear it to like his ball games and his school programs. Like I was going to make a year of it, you know, but he tossed those puppies. He goes, I said, why'd you do that? And he goes, they were on sale. They had a really good sale on them. And I was like, all right, well, are you glad that you decided to do that? And he's like, no, I can't believe he did that. Well, sometimes it was harmless.
Yeah.
But he never did it again.
Well, we do that. I do that with our oldest. I'm like, listen, unless you want, I don't say me. I'm like, unless you want your dad to wear that, you don't wear it out. You know, Because, and I saw this a lot at this country music festival, the lack of clothes that these young people wear.
Come on, I know. It's bad.
I'm like, so I tell her, I'm like, listen, if you get dress coded at school, I'm not coming to get you. You are going to wear the sweatpants and the sweatshirt that the school has for you. And then I'm going to have your dad dress up in booty shorts and a crop top to pick you up. Now, having said that, he's like 6'4", and he's a bigger dude. So it would not be,
Not a good look.
I'm just, you got to put a little fear.
Yes.
And she was like, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
We're good?
Please don't get dress coded at school. But I'm telling you, I picked up my middle daughter from school. And I was like, I think I've seen more belly buttons picking her up from school than I've seen my own belly button.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, they don't need to wear crop tops at school.
No.
I don't get it.
No, not at all. They do not. It's gotten out of control. Big time out of control on dress codes.
Well, I will also say this. It's very hard to find clothes that are full shorts and full shirts.
You can't find a whole shirt. Like, I'm paying for a whole shirt. Why am I only getting half of one?
Yeah.
I cannot wear those.
No.
So I feel like it's like a double-edged sword because like these kids, literally you can't find it.
Yes, exactly.
You can't find it. You cannot find a pair of shorts that are the right length. You can't find a shirt that's the right length. Homecoming dresses, they're like this big.
Right.
Yes.
The whole dress is this big. One false move and all your bits and pieces are going to be showing.
Yes.
And, it's like we went school shopping for back to school and I'm like, where am I supposed to get your clothes? Because,
Yeah.
there's the rest of the material isn't there.
Yeah. We got to start sewing on bottom of the shirt. Here, guys. Can you see this?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
It's the best thing I've ever seen. I think we should do our next podcast. You should be grilled.
I'll have to order a new one. He hid that one. I'll have to find the picture of me having him in a headlock too. But Adam, when I call him, that's the picture that comes up on his phone.
That's great.
Yeah, it is.
And it's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
But so anyway, I think moral of the story is, yes, have a gentle hand with your kids, but at the same time, have a stern hand. Have some rules, and let's start going. We went backwards in society. Let's turn it around and start going back.
That, and also give yourself a little bit of grace.
For sure.
Give yourself some grace, because the reality of it is, I know for me personally, I look at, like, I always felt like my mom had her shit together all the time. And I know now that she didn't. But, like, it is okay to not have your shit together. It is okay to unravel. It is okay. We are humans. We are not machines. We have to understand that even whether this is your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or 12th kid, each kid is different. And you are learning how to do this every single time in a new way, because you cannot parent your kids all the same. Give yourself some grace, give yourself some love, and just remember that you're doing a fabulous job. It doesn't matter what your kids say. You're still doing a fabulous job.
Absolutely. 1,000%.
100%.
This was a fun one today, ladies. I like that we got to just talk about being a mom, because more than anything, that's what we are.
For sure. Yep.
Love you. See ya.
Bye.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Hair It First. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you laughed, learned, and maybe felt a little more seen through all of the good hair days and the hot mess ones too.
Remember, we're just sharing our own thoughts and experiences. No medical claims or professional advice here. Just real talk from stylists and moms who get it.
Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and share Hair It First with your fellow beauty lovers and boss moms. We will catch you next time with more stories, laughs, and probably a little conditioner in our hair.